If we really did have a roach problem, the whole mall would have to find some sort of situation just to fix it, and it would take a really long, extenuous effort.
A restaurant in West Acres Mall is apologizing and coming to its defense after a customer found a roach in some food.
Mall management tells us they don't have a bug problem. Yet, as Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero found out, they had roach issues 2 weeks earlier.
This past weekend, a social media post was circulating about a cockroach found in food at Joe's Cajun Cafe inside West Acres Mall on Friday. The victim told me over the phone that she was disgusted and felt nauseous all day. The restaurant says it is taking action to make sure this doesn't happen again, and they did address the incidents immediately.
Gave them a complete full refund, and we basically had said sorry for that, because that is not something people should have in any food.
Saying they don't know how the roach got there, management had pest control spray the kitchen Sunday night.
We had Midwest Pest Control go ahead and inspect the site with us. They are going to do a monthly spray just to make sure that we don't have any continuous problems.
I think it'll be fine because, if you eat a bug, it's not going to kill you.
Fargo Cass Public Health stopped by the restaurant the day it happened. Joe's last 3 inspection records don't show any bug problems.
Our health inspector did a routine health inspection on September 11th, where she did not know anything about insects.
But that doesn't mean there weren't any problems at other mall restaurants. Fargo Cass says 2 weeks before this incident, the mall took active steps to address roaches at other restaurants.
Before it got brought to our attention, the mall and in those facilities, some of those facilities knew that they had seen a couple.
Mall management tells us they're taking an active role in pest control, and bugs are currently not an issue. Larson says restaurants having insects is just the price of doing business around food. The problem is when those bugs get on your plate. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
If you know of issues with restaurants, you can contact us and we'll have someone investigate.
Whether it's sprinkling or heavy rain, this has been a wet start to the work week. We could all use a break, couldn't we? Let's find out from Justin if it's going to happen anytime soon. He's here with your no-wait weather. Justin?
And thank you, Mike and Andrea. Good evening, everybody. The good news is we do have that break as of right now. As you can see on our radar, around our forecast area, mostly cloudy skies. Do have some showers now approaching the Devil's Lake Basin, and the showers out toward Roseau, War Road, and Badette are dissipating, with the thunderstorms missing us well off to the east for this evening. Temperatures around the region falling from near 60 out toward Wadena all the way into the lower 40s right now into the Devil's Lake Basin, because we do have a flow from the north, a little breezy with winds around 15 to 30 miles per hour. We'll keep the winds through at least the evening. They'll die down during the overnight. Mostly cloudy skies. Devil's Lake Basin might see some few showers, but other than that, temperatures falling back into the mid-40s, a little cooler further north. Now we got another dry day for tomorrow, but a lot of cloud cover and then more rain for midweek. We'll have the details on that coming up later in the newscast.
Can't wait. Thanks.
A Cavalier woman is facing a child neglect charge after a driver says they found a child walking alone outside of town. Authorities say Susan Jean Svensson failed to provide proper care to the 2-year-old who she was supposed to be babysitting. The driver told deputies that the child was found 0.2 of a mile from Svensson's home and crying. If convicted, Svensson could face up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
5 people were arrested on drug charges thanks to a tip. Officers say the tipster called last night after seeing people forcing their way into an apartment on 23rd Avenue South in Moorhead, and that one of the suspects had a gun. Police say Ethan Erickson, Pierre Hall, and Mason Reed were breaking into the unit to steal drugs from Tavian Street. When authorities arrived, they say the suspects were driving away. After being stopped, the driver, Audra Barr, was also arrested.
It's still not clear what caused a garage fire in the 2300 block of 11th Street South last night, but one neighbor reached out to our whistleblower hotline saying they thought the fire was suspicious because the woman living inside the home was supposed to be evicted today. Court documents show she was given a 30-day notice to move out back in July and another notice in August. However, nothing ever happened. But neighbors just recently told us the woman was successfully evicted earlier this afternoon, saying both the Cass County Sheriff's Office as well as a locksmith got the woman out of her home, an ending neighbors tell us they have been waiting for months. Fargo Fire says this is all still an active investigation.
Some major questions could be answered tonight as residents in 3 mobile home parks in the Fargo-West Fargo area are demanding change.
They were just bought out by a new company that brings with it a rent increase along with other changes these residents will soon be stuck with. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer joins us live with more on what residents want to happen. Melanie?
Andrea, Mike, in less than 24 hours, residents in 3 mobile home parks across West Fargo and Fargo have to sign a new lease that they say comes along with some serious red flags. Now, one of the residents we've been talking to is Travis Lau, who lives with the Brookwood Mobile Home Parks. And Travis, we've talked to you a couple times now, but tell us again your biggest concern with this new lease.
My biggest concern is the fact of they came in, gave us 2 weeks to sign it, and the residents are to expect to have these costs that they want paid right away. It's going to cause a lot of financial hardships to the residents, especially people with fixed incomes.
And tonight you're here because there's some lawmakers in this room behind us, along with some legal services of North Dakota, to find out more about tenant rights, landlord rights. But previously you told us you've been in contact with lawyers, attorneys in the Fargo area, but you haven't had much luck, right?
No, every attorney I've talked to, they neither wanted to deal with it or they were already compromised.
And so you've been talking to a lot of different residents living not only in Brookwood, but all the mobile home parks as well. So tell us the biggest question you want addressed or answered tonight talking to all these people.
More protection for us residents. It seems the landlords have more rights over us. We have very little security where they can, where we're going to feel safe in our own homes.
Travis, thank you again for talking to us once again. And tonight we will actually be talking with some of those lawmakers tonight on the Fargo CW at 9 and Valley News Live 10 at 10. But for right now, reporting live in Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
All right, Melanie, thank you. You can also find examples of our past reporting on this topic, like how the new pet policy is affecting residents, on our website, valleynewslive.com.
New details tonight regarding some of the empty lots along 52nd Avenue in South Fargo. The city says the area to the west of the new Cashwise with the number 4801 is getting new roads for future development, as is plot number 5055, which is just southeast of the store. There are currently no plans or permits on file for the other properties. In late 2016, it was announced that the land would be used to build an outlet mall.
People in North Fargo won't have to travel too far when the family's in the mood for Chipotle. No specific date was given for the opening, but the fast food chain plans to set up shop at 19th Avenue North near NDSU. It's expected to open sometime this winter.
Your 911 calls will be more accurate thanks to a new federal grant. North Dakota is receiving more than $1.4 million to upgrade its 911 systems. Some of that money will go toward implementing an advanced mapping system, which will make it easier to find a caller's location. Another new feature will allow callers to send photos and videos to dispatchers. The rest of the money will go toward dispatcher training.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, learning from our past, the common traits that make up most scam victims.
And we had rain through the weekend. Add another ½ an inch to that for Monday's total in Fargo as temperatures stay on the cool side into the upper 50s, and temperatures will be even cooler over the next couple of days. Details coming up.